On the next Talk of Alabama, he got his face slapped on The Bachelor last night. But Brad Womack's coming around for another try. Will the second time be the charm? And meet one of the writers of one of the most popular video games ever. On the next Talk of Alabama.
We're going to start with the story you did.
Yeah, you know what? We're going to meet a really cool dude. His name is Ben Retan, and he is doing something a lot of people would almost give a body part to do. He is one of the writers of one of the most popular games out there in gamedom, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, and Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. Real powerful Star Wars story. Listen, this young man, he is responsible for the things that happen in the game. Can you go forward? Can you go backward? Should you use a weapon? Or should you just cut and run? Those are the things this guy comes up with. We're going to meet him coming up a little bit later in the program.
Beyond being super intelligent, I heard he's pretty young too.
He is. He's rather young. He's 20-something.
Yeah.
He's a 20-something that's with a job that those of us who are 50-something would love. Yeah. Absolutely.
And,
okay, guys, we got a lot coming up for you now. When we come back, check it out.
You have to set goals for yourself, you know. You have to say, okay, well, what is this long-term goal, and, you know, how do I get to it?
Well, listen, this baby-faced young guy, he's not some inexperienced kid. He's one of the most important game developers probably in America right now. Meet Ben Retan and his work on the big Star Wars game. We got something cool for you. All right, friends, chances are either you or someone you're close to is a big fan of video games or a fan of Star Wars, or both, and that means you're going to know about one of the hottest games out there, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, and Part 2 of that game. It is hugely popular. It's made billions of dollars, and one of the guys who helped build it from the ground up is a savvy young guy right here in central Alabama. This is Ben Retan.
You're told by Vader at the very beginning that you're a clone, but there's a lot of doubt in your mind as to whether or not, you know, you're really a clone. You know, it leaves a lot open to interpretation and a lot open to question, and that's kind of the journey of discovery that you have as you're going through the game, is finding out, well, am I a clone? Am I not a clone? What does it really mean to be human?
Programmer Ben Retan gives us the lowdown on the hugely popular Star Wars game, The Force Unleashed 2. Now, Ben knows the game inside and out, not just because he plays the game, but because he helped make it. Ben is one of the original writers of the Star Wars Force Unleashed series. He's a game programmer. So every step you take, each decision you make in the game is because of something Ben wrote.
Well, I did a lot of work with the AI for the boss encounters. So specifically, the first stage of the Gorog, which is this giant space monkey that, you know, he's a huge, very difficult to defeat foe. So, you know, how do you do that? How do you deal with that? And, you know, what does he do to you? You'll notice my handiwork when you look at, you know, what is he doing to you know, try to fight you as well.
Ben is from Birmingham, and he studied at UAB. He's a pleasant guy and easy to talk to, but he is also a very big deal. He works on projects for Star Wars guru George Lucas and his multi-billion-dollar entertainment empire. Very few people can say that, but even as a teenager, Ben knew he wanted to do this.
I taught myself programming. I went to, you know, summer camps and, you know, researched all types of different programming online.
Most of us would give a body part or two for a career like this, but don't worry, Ben says it can happen. You just have to decide what you want, and then don't be afraid to work with others to make it happen.
You have to set goals for yourself. You know, you have to say, okay, well, what is this long-term goal, and, you know, how do I get to it? And in order to get to that, you know, you have to look at, okay, well, first I need to, you know, learn how to program, or I need to, you know, do something of that nature. Then I need to get together with a group of people and, you know, start getting several people together so that we can work on something together. You know, you can certainly create little games on your own, but the next step after, you know, creating some of your own projects is to, you know, start collaborating with people, because collaboration is just as important as any technical skill. Learning how to work with people, learning how to take their inspiration and, you know, take their motivation and, you know, form it together into a project that is not just, you know, your work, it's everybody's work.
I hope hope you get to run into and meet Ben. If you do, you'll enjoy talking to him. He's a great deal of fun. And he's not just a smart guy, he's also very wise. Good advice for you. Now, he wouldn't tell us about the other cool projects he's got in the works right now, but he does say he wants to have his own video game company soon. We think he's off to a terrific start. Good luck with everything, Ben.